plug me in?
Tell me what I gotta do to make you feel okay. Tell me what I gotta do to make you wanna stay. Tell me what I gotta do so you don't feel away. I only give it up, I don't wanna lay. Please tell me that fee, cause I don't wanna pay. For sure, I can tell in the way that you're watching me that you probably got something to say. Okay, by the way, I gotta going away. It's 20 degrees in New York, I'm headed to LA. For sure. I'm 20 feet, I'm just trying to be great. For sure. This shit mind boggling, I ain't no potential relate. Oh my god. Must be fake. She's trying to see who first, I ain't know this was a race. I ain't know you was the Jakes. Okay, just to keep it face to face. Okay, I hear when you get it talking about all the money that I made. Okay, you act like don't be different if I go up and make a move. Okay.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. A contest in the West. We'll see if the Dallas Mavericks can please their home crowd. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. And they're moving it up. Pass to Randall. Edwards with it. An easy 2 points on the layup. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's Irving. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Well, he changed his shot on the approach, and it threw him off. He might have been trying to draw a foul.
Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
As the head coach of the Mavericks did give me a few minutes to catch up. And we talked about the bruising big man, Julius Randle. He told me Julius sets the tone for them with his physicality. So we have to try and match that. We can't let him bully his way into the lane and get to his spots. We have to make him uncomfortable. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. No good from Irving. It's Gobert with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here's Thompson. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Back to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. To the paint. Here's Randall.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Now, here's Thompson. Back to Lively. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Randall. With the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Not a fast start for the Mavericks. It's a 5-point game. Thompson with the bucket.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. That's tipped. Thompson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Here's Washington. And then Washington with the dunk.
A very active player. Thompson combines his defensive IQ with that length to come up with steals.
Mavericks trailed by 3. The 3 hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Back to Reed. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And it's Washington missing.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Edwards, good.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact but staying committed to his finish.
Irving double team. Here's Davis. And he drops it in from the low post.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Down low. Gobert. Misses from close range.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
All the officials are all over that one.
For Minnesota, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line. Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Oh, the big fella throwing it down hard.
4 seconds left. That one, no good. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's really hard to get foul calls on the road. Credit them for being so aggressive.
The shot's good from Christie.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
DiVincenzo can't hit it. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster, but everyone builds on the players who came before them, and the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Pass to Prosper. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Yes, that goes in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Jaden McDaniels has become an X factor for the Wolves. Mike Conley says, we know what he does defensively, but the offense that he can bring for us balances our unit. It's much needed. Guys tend not to think of him as an offensive player, but he does have that in his game. Kevin?
But I love the reference to an X factor. He definitely is that. All right, David, thank you.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Pass to Prosper. And here is Marshall. No good with the layup.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Gafford with the steal. To the middle. Here's Prosper.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Christie. Great D that time from Edwards. Timberwolves trail by 6. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Pass to Christie. And it's Jaden McDaniels with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
1:57 left in the first half. Dallas moving it around. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
And he makes that one. And now just a 2-point Maverick lead.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Picked by Reed. Gobert in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Back to DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Hardy. To the inside. Gafford. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Here's McDaniels. Tries again. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McDaniels got 8.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Pass to Prosper. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Pass to Hardy.
I see him.
17 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's Gafford. That one doesn't drop. Gobert with the defensive effort. A 3 for DiVincenzo. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 1. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after our halftime. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Pass to Reed. Inside. Here's McDaniels. Here's Gobert. And there's the bucket. Stayed with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Gobert's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Timberwolves. Now, here's Hardy. To the middle. Here's Gafford. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Gafford's got 6.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And he gets it back. And he recovers it. Here's Reed. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. 6 points for him. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Marshall. It's stolen by DiVincenzo. To the paint. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Chalk up 2 there. Now it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead. Pass to Reed. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
Mavericks trailed by 5. To the inside. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
The line for your Mavericks. Daniel Gafford.
And he's good on the second. Minnesota leading by 6. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Reed. Back to DiVincenzo. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. Reed misses.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And that one is good.
How about the body control Thompson has? Used to taking punishment and still able to convert.
Reed misses.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
And that one's good, Irving. And now just a 2-point Minnesota lead.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Down low. Here's Edwards. Inside, Edwards finishes strong.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Gobert. To the inside. Here's Reed. And Davis sends it back.
At this point, finding blocks comes naturally for AD. He just anticipates and attacks the basketball. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Gobert. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And this is where you want Gobert to have the ball.
Shots good by Gafford.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Here's DiVincenzo. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Knocked away. It's Edwards on the wing. Wow, huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just.
52.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Timberwolves leading by 6. To the middle. Here's Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Not enough defense there. Allowing Randall to get that close is a recipe for disaster.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold, That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like, in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
It's good. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
So it's the Timberwolves now. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Pass to Reed. Outside Edwards. Clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Davis. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
The kick out to Irving. Pass to Lively. It's stolen by Randall. Edwards with it. Picked up by Thompson. Randall outside. Reed with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson, finding a better look there.
Pass to McDaniels. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Over to the wing. Inside. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Showing great vision in delivering the pass out in front.
To the paint. It's stolen by Randall. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Reed throws it down.
Great feed. Edwards has such a complete game. He's much more than just a scorer.
And then Washington with the dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He kept off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
You could tell he assumed he
turn that mic back on.
defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And no good. And so the ball back, dumb bitch. Davis touched it last. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so two things happened that drove me into coaching. Number one, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out.
Nigga. Now
and
what,
I wasn't
bitch?
a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in
GG's,
the game,
bitch, nigga.
that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Yeah, I'm winning, fuck, nigga. GG's.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive.
it can definitely be considered a statement win.
Dumbass, get off that computer.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you
Opportunities.
won't.
And that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory,
Duh,
if not
stupid.
the biggest,
That's why you
was
losing.
the incredible
You mad
performance
'cause you
for
losing?
Anthony Edwards.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were factors in the end result.
Here's Edwards. And Davis sends it back. Thompson in the corner.
What's going on, my boy?
Outside Irving
What's going on, my boy?
for three. Another miss
Say
by
what?
Irving. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. Releases. They get it back. Randall. Second shot opportunity. Edwards with another miss.
Who's winning right now? Who winning right now? Who winning? Who winning? Who winning? Bitch, get out my game.
And so it's
Pussy.
the Timberwolves taking care of business
Shut up,
here.
nigga. Shut up.
This one was
Pussy,
over
nigga.
well before the final buzzer.